Hello, my loyal subjects. This is Kirakino1, or you may call me Luna from the admin page. I admin the page Pony Pony on Facebook. I will add a link in the description. And here we go. This is my very first reading. It's called The Worst Thing a Friend Can Say. And it is by Emblis off of femfiction.com. And here we go. Dear Princess Celestia, what is the worst thing your friend can say to you? Egghead? Leave me alone? I hope I never see you again? No. Those are only words. Trifle things without meaning. Carrying no weight. They are all forgiven and forgotten within a week. I know what it is. The worst thing a friend can say to you. I heard it from my #1 assistant. Spike was not very old. I still considered him a baby dragon, even if he took care of me as much as I took care of him. We had some wonderful years together. Back then, we thought we would live happily together for many more years to come. We took our happiness and each other for granted, enjoying ourselves in ways we should not have. And then, the cruel world came crashing down. My little baby dragon had cancer. It was just a week since we had celebrated his birthday, and without even having grown up, he was going to die. How could this be allowed? Why could I not protect him? Why had I not noticed it earlier? But it was too late. Why had I not noticed the unusual tiredness, the subtle change of color in his scale? I was heartbroken when the news came. Spike asked me why I was crying. What was I supposed to say? How do you tell a lifelong friend that he was going to die? How do you tell someone who has never doubted your talents that you cannot magically just make everything all right? And that not even the power of Celestia could fix this. I wish it had been me. That it was me that the news were about. I have to admit, it's an odd feeling wishing yourself sick, but that's precisely what I did. I wished with all my heart and all my soul. Out, in, and out. We were constantly running to and from the hospital. It was like when you relentlessly sent us out on dangerous quests to save Equestria, only more frequently. It took much longer, though. It was not as an exciting adventure we went off to, but a white room with a bed, dressed in white sheets. I can't count all the hours we spent inside these walls. Tests and results, reports, again and again. At times, we stayed for the night, keeping him for observation, they said. I had to make sure he did not eat anything, make sure he had his drip. Eventually, we just stopped returning to the library. It wasn't a point anymore. I got a white room with 2 beds and 2 white sheets. He laid in one, and me in the other. I don't think I ever actually slept in it. I spent most of my time sitting beside him, talking and comforting. I read for him, mostly old stories, the ones about the old pony sisters, the adventure of Star Swirl, and even a Daring Do novel. I told him stories from my foalhood, all the games I played with my brother and Cadence, and how I first got interested in the magic at the Summer Sun celebration. I only left him when I had to get more coffee, so I could not fall asleep, so that I would vigil over him a little while longer, so that I would be able to spend as much time as possible with him. Everyone I knew came to check on him every day. Applejack always brought a big red apple with her, polished and very juicy. Fluttershy made sure to keep the flowers next to his bed fresh. She picked a different kind of bouquet every day, and the new one somehow always looking prettier than the last. Pinkie Pie completely refurnished the room. Colorful paintings covered the previous empty walls, the floor mostly hidden under a soft and fluffy rug. Neither Nurse Redheart nor I figured out how she managed to get Spike's personal bookcase from the library into the room. Rainbow Dash never stayed for long. She never brought anything, and soon after arriving, she would claim that she had work to do and leave in a hurry, not wanting to see anyone to her tears. The view outside Spike's window was never cloudy. Every day the sun shone brightly into the room, and every night the constellations could easily be spotted from the window. even the days when the rest of Ponyville suffered in dark clouds and heavy rain. Aside from me, it was Rarity who spent most of the time with Spike. Whenever she came to visit, Spike's mood would improve. A big plate of rare gems would always be appreciated, but the expensive treats were never the highlight of her visit. At first, the gems were quickly devoured, but with each passing day, he needed more and more time to empty the plate. Eventually, he stopped eating altogether. The last days were not peaceful. He could not do much more than just lay in the bed. But that's not what I mean. He wasn't in a peace of mind. He did not want to accept his life would end soon. He wanted to travel around the world with Rarity, grow wings, build his own hoard of gems and gold, more than anything, stay with me. I knew these were things he would never get to experience, all the important things he would never get to do. He would never get to grow into the teenage dragon. He'd never get the chance to make his own life. And he would not with me as I grew old. How do you comfort someone when you yourself grieve for all those lost years? How? Then the day arrived. The last one. It was as if he knew it. That tomorrow he would not be with me anymore. I sat next to him the whole day, gently stroking him across the back, nuzzling his nose, speaking softly to him. He did not say much. He just didn't have the strength. But he smiled and nodded often. He loved it, and when I told him of the time when he was newly hatched and all the trouble he got me into, of all the happy moments we spent together... But then he interrupted me. I fell quiet when he squeezed my hoof with his claw. "Twilight?" he whispered, so quiet I did not hear him. "I love you, Twilight. I love you so much. Please don't leave me." I squeezed his claw back with my hoof as hard as I could. "I love you so much, Twilight," he said again. "Please don't let me die." Spike slowly closed his eyes and his head rolled to the side, and the claw on my hoof slowly turned limp. "What is the worst thing your friend can say to you? Egghead? Leave me alone? I hope I never see you again?" No. Those are only words. Trifle things without meaning, carrying no weight. They are all forgiven and forgotten within a week. I know what it is, the worst thing your friend can say to you. Your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle. Okay, guys. First reading. I'm not editing this. I'm just putting it up. I hope you guys liked it. I will be working on my voiceover work a little bit more after this, but we'll see. Suggestions on the next fic I should read. Try and keep it short, under 2,000 words. Please put a link or tell me what the story is, and I will record it. I will try and do one recording every day. And, okay. Signing off. Your Princess Luna. Sleep well.